Hey guys, a very warm welcome to everyone present here. This is Simran from PR team at Binance. We are all gathered here today for a 360 introduction to Binance P2P hosted by yours truly and organized by awesome Binance P2P team. In today's session, we'll be discussing how to buy and sell cryptocurrencies on Binance P2P, how to post trade ads, how to open an appeal and handle trade disputes, and more about P2P trading tips. For those who are new here, Binance P2P is basically a platform to buy and sell cryptocurrencies with fiat amongst P2P, which is basically user to user. And this was a product launched by us really soon, like we launched it like last year, and it's been going great for us, and we've decided to run a webinar for you guys to keep you guys updated of everything you guys can do on Binance P2P. So let's get started. Without much further ado, let's start with our first session, which is basically a 360 user guide on Binance P2P presented by Arnold from Binance P2P team. So I'll just add Arnold to a stream. Over to you.
All right, thank
Hey.
you. Thank you, Shimmer. So hi everybody. I'm Arno from the P2P team. So I just want to give everyone like just a very brief introduction on like what is P2P, how does it work, just so that everybody is on the same page. I'm gonna share my screen. Uh, Give me a second. Okay. I think everybody can see my screen right now. So basically, for those who are not familiar with what Binance P2P is, basically is a peer-to-peer transfer platform where we match buyer and seller who is looking to.
Arnold, Arnold, can you present the screen? Just select present because we can see everything around it. Just select present.
Okay.
Right.
So basically, we're a platform that's matching buyer and seller, and providing escrow services. What that means is, you find people that would like to trade in your own terms, and then you transfer the fiat money, your INR, your PKR, or whatever fiat currency that you want to trade in offline. So Binance has like no visibility and no control over your real money, but we're going to keep the virtual currency on Binance platform. And not until we get a confirmation from both sides that we are going to release the crypto to the buyer according to the original agreement that was set in the order. So that's why we call it peer-to-peer, because from a pure technical perspective is a trade between two individuals. Binance is not interfering. Binance is simply facilitating and ensuring this security of the crypto asset. Of course, Binance has a lot of customer service that comes with it to make sure that there is a smooth transaction. We will touch upon that a little bit more. But it's my personal belief that peer-to-peer is the one of the freest way that you can trade cryptocurrency. For those diehard Bitcoin OGs out there, the original white paper of Bitcoin is exactly like a Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer cash transfer system. So I personally believe this is one of the best way that you can trade cryptocurrency, because it basically keeps you it's more decentralized compared to like using a credit card or using like a direct deposit. So we would like to keep around saying that like peer-to-peer is not just for P2P is not just for peer-to-peer, but it also means power to the people. So I think the best way to actually demonstrate this, like how exactly we do trades on Binance P2P, would be like a quick demo on like using the app and also the web. Like how does it look like from a buyer and seller's perspective. So here I have like an account that is actually we prepared this on is on production. So when you open the Binance app, like depending on your setting, if you're in a country where oh in a country where P2P is available, you should be able to see this P2P trading tab at the very front. If you don't see it, there are like like a possibility that you're on the light version. So it looks completely different if it is on light version, as you can see. So it's like a total different flow for light. So today we're just gonna go through the pro version. So if you're looking for the P2P entrance, switch over to the P2P trading. If you're looking for a P2P trading entrance, switch over to the pro version. You can either click on P2P trading here, or you can go to trade, and on top you can see like the P2P. And then once you click into it, like you can see the offer listing page. So there are actually two ways that you can trade. You can do an express, which is kind of like a one click buy sell. You input, okay, I want to buy one, for example, 100 rupee worth of USDT. And then when you click on buy, they will like an order will be generated. So we try to look through the market, depending on like depending on the payment method, depending on the market liquidity, we will find the best price for you. But a lot of people actually prefer the advertised mode, where you can actually see what's available in the market, because that gives you a lot more information so that you can shop around. Because price is not the only factor that you would consider when doing a trade. The reputation of the counterparty, for example, like the speed of your counterparty when executing a trade is also a factor. So, like for example, if you're trying to buy BTC or buy USDT, which are the two most common cryptocurrency that's being traded on PP right now, you can actually check out. For example, here you can see the number of trade that this user has conducted in the last 30 days and the completion rate. So this is one of a very very good indicator of whether the counterparty is a reliable, credible one. Also, if you scroll further down, if you see this yellow check mark next to the user, that means it is someone that has done an advanced verification to be a verified merchant. So verified merchant basically provide us with a little bit more information, background on the source of fund, and also they have a direct channel with our customer service and also our operation team, so they can resolve these dispute a lot quicker. So we actually display all the offers. We don't have any preference over the verified merchant. The first criteria right now is the price. So it is ranked by price. So if you like, this is my personal recommendation. So before you do a trade, like look at like the number of trades that is being conducted, the completion rate. If the price is acceptable, a trading with a verified merchant is actually a safer bet. So you can actually look a little bit further into each users, as you can see here. The details of for more details on their trade pattern, like the average release time and average pay time. So later you will understand what these two time means. But this is also something you might want to pay attention to, because sometimes sometimes users that are not professional traders, they might tend to respond a little bit slower. But users who trade more for as do it as a living, they may be a lot quicker. This is a very good non-merchant non-merchant trader. As you can see, has like under 3 minutes pay time, under 3 minutes response time, complete over 1,600 trades, and over like around 100 completion rate. So this is actually somebody that looks very credible. And you can also take a look at the feedback. So we have like every time after a trade, the user will be able to give a feedback on the counterparty. So you can see like what are the likes, or what are the upvotes that he gets, like, and possibly some if the counterparty feel like there is a need to like leave some comment, we also have that function. So like these are all things that you can look at to reduce your risk and pick a reliable training partner. But if you're in a hurry and you just want the best price, Express Mode is always there. Right now, we have open Express Mode for only a few currencies: INR, HAD, MIR. Like these are the fields that we have open. We're going to add more, but again, you can shop around, and or if you're in a hurry, you can do Express Mode. And other thing that I would like to go through with you guys is like just a very quick execution on how a typical buy and sell a transaction looks like. So like assuming that I want to go, I want to buy BNB with INR. So I would just go to this offer listing page through the entrance that I just mentioned. I'll go to like select buy. There are
Hey,
actually
Arnold, one sec. Users are just requesting if you could make your screen full screen, like if you can share it full screen, if it's possible, and switch off your notifications if that's okay.
okay.
Right.
All right. By the way, that's work. So that's Binance people are pretty hard working. So if it
We're all
can.
working. Thanks, on.
Okay, so go to buy, go to USDT, go to BNB. So because I'm trying to buy BNB right now. So if you're trading in another currency, that's like you can quickly search it. I'll just use INR as an example. Um, so this is actually some like an app that I set up. So I'll pick my price, or the person that I want to trade. I look at the details. Okay, this is someone that looks reliable, and then I'll just click buy, and then I'll put in the amount that I want to buy. Uh, so you can either enter by the amount of fiat. For example, I want to buy 5,000 rupee, or I can just buy like 1 BNB. So I would click buy here, and then an order would be formed. So this is so now you can see here there is like a 30 minutes check mark countdown timer. So this is something that is actually set by the seller himself. So uh, so you can actually see that before you make the trade, there is like this payment window information at the bottom where you can actually see. I'll do it again. I'll show that later. But on this screen, you should be able to see the amount that you're buying, and then the order number, and also the time that is created. And then you can click on the payment method to see where you should be paying to. Again, this is because just want to remind everyone, this is a peer-to-peer trading. So what you need to do is actually go to the payment account and make that payment offline. So for example, I'm paying to this guy like Arnold, and then so I'll so what I should be doing right now is that I should go to my bank, and then I will log in. I'll make the transfer. So after making transfer offline, I should click transfer next. Double check. Like there will be a page showing uh the so I just click on the release. I just click on the payment. So that means I have made the payment. Right now, the order is in a state where it's pending the release from the seller. So from a seller perspective, this is what us like the counterparty will would see. So like on the web, this should be another user who is the seller, and then he should be able to see this order here. So you can see that from the seller's perspective, I just got the payment. I should go to my bank and check, and if I have released that payment, I should click here and say, okay, I'm going to confirm that I have received the payment. To all the seller out there, make sure that you have actually logged into your account and check the payment in your wallet or in your bank account, because the most common fraud that we have, or scam that we have seen, is that like the scammer would try everything to convince you to release before they actually make the payment. So once you release that release that coin, Binance wouldn't be able to hold it for you, because so make sure that you logged into your account, your bank account, not your Binance account. Bank account, PayPal account, or like PayMe account, like any Paytm account, any account that you're receiving those payments, and make sure that the available balance showed like the credit amount has already been received, basically. So from the from this from the so I'll just confirm this case, because I'm trading against myself. Obviously we have 2FA to make sure that like all transaction conducted safely by the user him or herself. So if you guys like here, we will have a notification to the buyer that the transaction has been successful, and this is how you buy using P2P. The sell is pretty similar process, except that is in a reverse direction. So again, if I'm trying to sell BNB, the BNB that I just bought, I can use Express, go to sell, or I can go to P2P, the offer listing page, go to sell, pick BNB. I actually create an ad here. This is myself. I'll put in amount. So I previously put in 5,000 cash. So this time I will use BNB as an example. I want to sell one, and you can see that I can pick the payment methods. You can add a new payment method. This is the one that I've set up, and then you can see all the trade details, like this buyer's nickname and the payment window. So that's a countdown clock that we see on the previous page. That's how. So if you're in a hurry, make sure that this is the time that you can set, because it might take up to 30 minutes for the buyer to pay you. So I'll click on sell. So from the buyer's perspective, what they're going to see is a buy order, but from a seller perspective, it is a sell order. So one thing I want to quickly demonstrate is that, like, if you have any problems, the quickest way or the easiest way to solve it is to contact the counterparty. So we have this chat function on the top where you can say, okay, hi, and then this should show up here. You can see, like, this is where you can communicate directly with your trading partner. So like you would say, please something like, hey, please. And then again, as a buyer, I should now go to like maybe Citibank, or maybe go to like a Paytm wallet and pay that money, and then come back to this page and click on transfer next. Make sure that the details is correct when you're entering that payment, and then click confirm. So now the order is in a state where it's waiting to be released. So you can see from the seller's perspective. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Just got so you get an SMS telling you that okay, you have an order. You can check your order here or active orders here. You can see this like you can see that the status is now to be released. You can go into it, like double check. Okay, I got the money in my bank account, so I will confirm that I have uh, received, and I'm going to release the coin. And then obviously I have to put in my 2FA to ensure that this is actually coming from my from the actual owner of the account, and then you're done. So you have successfully sold the one BNB that you just bought. Uh, I, another very quick quick feature or a quick thing that everybody is probably gonna need, like if you want to uh, put out an ad, like instead of just taking the offers that is available in the market, you can actually post an ad. So what you saw just now is that I'll have to switch to the advertiser mode. So how you do that is like click on top right, switch to advertiser mode, and then you can go to your ads. So you can post a new ad, and oh, this is like brand new. So basically, you can select buy or sell the asset that you want to trade in, and also the currency that you're trading in. For example, I'll set maybe just a trade D. There's fixed and floating. So for a new user, I highly suggest you to just use fixed rate, fixed price. And if the price floating is something that a little bit more advanced, so it actually floats with the spot market. You add a margin to it. For example, right now I'm selling Hong Kong dollar. So I'll sell it at a lower price just in case that someone picks on my ad. So I'll click next. Actually, I don't have BNB anymore in this account, but as you can see, you can select how much you want to sell. Actually, let me put in a buy ad. It would be here. Okay. I'm buying at a lower price. Okay. Okay. So I'll put in like I want to buy 5 BNB, and it will be around 100 of them. And then the upper and lower limit per order. And then I'll add a payment method. I'll pick from whatever that I have. And then here is where you set the payment window that I just mentioned. How long do you expect to be paying? So it's from 15 minutes to 6 hours. It's really up to you to decide that. And then you put in your terms and conditions here, so people can actually see it. And then this is the auto reply. So the chat that you just saw, we can actually have an auto reply function where you can send out a message right away before the trade happens. And here are some of the restrictions that you can impose on the user that is going to be trading against you. And when you click post, you have a 2FA verification, and then this offer will show up in the offer list that we were just seeing. Very last thing I would like to quickly cover would be appeal. So in case that you have trouble with the order that you So for example, I transferred the fund, but then I realized that the other user didn't release the coin in time. So you can actually contact the CS, our CS team uh, to file a dispute. Our CS team will try to get to you as soon as possible. Because of the high demand recently, you like usually takes like 24 to 48 hours, might be even more than that if. But we try to reach out as soon as possible. We click on appeals, um, so we ask like you to actually contact the counterparty first, because a lot of the time that is the quickest way to solve the problem. So when you do appeal, you have to select a reason, put in the description, and also some proof, like some maybe like a bank statement that you have allowed, bank statement that you have actually made the payment. So this is actually how an appeal would work. So once you have an appeal, it will actually show up in this order, and then please make sure that you check in the order from time to time. We have a SMS message that will be sent to you whenever we have an update on the appeal status. But yeah, if you respond quickly, then probably we can help you to resolve the dispute a lot faster than than a slow responding user. That's it. I think that's pretty much what I want to cover. Buy, sell, post set, and appeals. That's the uh, four simple, basic user journey that everybody would walk through. Uh, Hopefully not appeal, but that's pretty much the sharing I have today.
Thanks, Arnold. That was really great. Hi, Kathy.
Hi everyone.
Hi. Hi, guys. So basically, Kathy from Binance P2P is here again with us today, and Arnold and Kathy will be helping us to answer your questions because you guys have so many questions pending for us. Just wait for a bit because we have, collected questions pre-hand and we have things to answer. So a lot of users are actually, concerned about security and even trading issues in the process of P2P trades. So today, here we are to summarize a few common issues that users usually come across. And Anand and Kathy are here to explain how to, handle these issues when you place a P2P trade. So meanwhile, when we are, solving all the questions that we already have collected earlier, so you guys can just, type out your questions that you have and just, put it on the comment section and we'll pick one up or a couple of up, as per the quality of the questions. So please ask quality questions and not stupid questions. We're here to help you guys out. So, Anand and Kathy, are you guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So the first issue here is by a person who says that I am a buyer. I bought crypto from a seller on Binance P2P and I paid the seller through bank transfer. But the seller didn't release crypto. What should I do now?
Okay, I'll take this question. So first of all, if you haven't if you're a buyer and you didn't receive crypto from the seller, try to click on the chat icon on the P2P page and then contact the seller directly. Ask him to check his check the money, check his bank account or wallet account to see the transfer as soon as possible, and then release the crypto to you. And if the seller doesn't respond, then please file an appeal to the CS team, and our CS team will handle this and then help to the CS team may ask you to show any transaction records to prove that you've paid the seller, and then if this is confirmed, and then the CS team will release the crypto to you. And I think for this kind of issue, the buyer shouldn't be too worried because the Binance P2P actually provides the escrow service. So meaning that when you place a buy order on the P2P platform, the corresponding amount of crypto was actually transferred from the seller's Binance account to a third party, to a Binance wallet. So we're providing this escrow service to keep the crypto. So the crypto was actually not on the seller's wallet, but on a Binance escrow wallet. And so you will, as long as you make sure that you pay the seller and then you share your proof of payment, then we will help release the crypto to you, even the seller didn't respond.
Great. Thanks, Kathy. That was so informative. The second query that we collected is here, which says that I'm a buyer. I placed a buy order from a seller on Binance P2P. The seller messaged me on the chat box and asked me to transfer the money to another e-wallet account. I found out that the account name is different from the name I saw on Binance P2P, but I still transferred. What should I do?
So I think one principle that all the users, especially buyers, will need to pay attention is that please double check the payment account name and make sure that this is aligned with your trading counterparty's name provided on Binance. If the seller shares with you another e-wallet account or another payment account that is whose name is not aligned with his identity, then please do not make the transfer, and then ask the seller that this is not your real name, and I'm not going to tell them that I'm not going to pay you unless you give me the right payment payment account info. But if unfortunately, if you really make the transactions, try to contact your bank or the e-wallet, and then tell them that, oh, you got the transaction wrong, and then so ask your bank or your third party's help to try if we can withdraw that transactions. And then also, please contact our CS team, telling them this situation. And then our CS team will also try to contact the seller, and then trying to negotiate with the seller, or make sure that the seller this account is actually legit. So the best situation is that please do not make transactions to a suspicious account, which is not aligned or doesn't match with the name you saw on Binance.
Got it, Kathy. Thank you so much. The next question that and the issue that we have is, I am a buyer. I paid the seller, but forgot to come back to Binance app and mark that I paid within the due time. Then the payment got cancelled and I couldn't get my crypto back. What should I do? Am I audible?
Okay. Okay, so in this case, the buyer, I would suggest the buyer to contact the seller and then tell the seller about the situations, because you forgot to click mark as paid on
Video is blurry. I think it's lagging behind. Can you switch off your video and restart it again, probably?
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of disturbance.
Hello?
Yep, we can. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So in this case, I would suggest the buyer to contact the seller first, and then tell the seller about the situations, and if and then you can actually negotiate and then ask if the seller agrees, and you can ask the seller. You can open another order from the with the seller, and then the seller asks the seller to directly release the crypto to you. Click mark cashback and ask the seller to directly release the crypto to you. You need to contact the seller first to make sure that to get his agreement, and then also place a second order of the same amount with the same amount of your previous order. That would be the fastest way to resolve this issue. But if the seller doesn't agree, then please or didn't respond, then please contact our CS team, and our CS team will contact the seller, and then we probably would investigate it on this, and if necessary, we may take some actions, including like suspend the withdrawal from the seller, etc. But it really depends on whether the seller would agree to work with us. Arnold, do you have anything to add?
That's probably the best way to handle it. So contact CS, so that we can help connect with the seller or freeze the fund in case we need to. Second thing is, in most cases where the seller would is a normal seller, they would act on good faith and just complete the transaction with you with like Kathy said, another trade, or they would just transfer you to the address. So make sure that you contact the other side and contact CS to block the withdrawal. Another suggestion that I would have is trade with verified merchant, because merchant do this for a living, so they respond quicker and they are more likely to act on good faith to send you back the crypto. So that's my 2 cents there. Oh, Shimran, I think you're on mute.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. So thank you guys. Firstly, the next question is, I am a seller. The buyer paid less than the amount stipulated in the order, and he already confirmed the payment. What do I do? Kathy
Okay.
Anand, you guys can
Yeah,
me know.
let me check. So first, if anybody asks you to release before receiving that money in your bank account or wallet account, do not do that. There are only two possible reasons. First, he or she is a scammer, so report that, file an appeal, report the guy as a scammer, and then we'll take over. We'll cancel his trade and make sure that nobody gets hurt again. Another possible reason is a delay of payment. Just make sure that give the buyer the benefit of doubt. Give them some reasonable time before the payment arrive. Because, for example, if you're trading in euro, it's very likely the payment will take up to several hours to arrive. So if it is not an instant payment method, then give some time. Wait for that payment. Just make sure you don't release it. And if you are from the seller side, you're a seller. So yeah, that's what you should do. Just remember, as a seller, do not release until you get the money in your bank account. That's the most important thing.
Got it. Thanks, Arnold. So I guess we can move to our next session, which is basically an AMA round where everyone who's present right now can ask us questions around P2P, whatever you guys have doubts, and we'll pick accordingly. The questions that I picked, the top 5 questions are going to get $20 worth of BUSD. So let's hit it up, guys. Let's start with the questions.
All right. Let's see. Extremely, can you add it? can P2P be automated? I see that there's a question on why P2P cannot be automated. So I think we briefly explain how P2P works. So because Binance doesn't touch the fiat part of this. Binance is just an escrow. So we have to get a confirmation from the side. We do have plan to add APIs for users. So we still need a confirmation from the users, but um, through the use of API, I know a lot of users in, like, for example, Russia has their own programming team that can kind of automate that process. So the business flow itself cannot be further automated, in my opinion. But we are going to provide the tool to allow the user to do the automation themselves. Hopefully in the next quarter. We're a fairly young platform compared to, like, our competitors, local Bitcoin Paxful. So these features are rolling out because we heard a lot of demands from the community. Let's
So
see.
there's this one question by Lauren J. The question is, I send my payment to the merchant, but the price goes up. And I already send the payment, but the merchant demands to send the additional payment. Do I need to pay additionally for it?
No, you shouldn't do that. Of course, if you agree to, like, again, if you agree to, you can proceed with the trade and pay extra. Because, but I recommend not doing it because, well, that's not the right thing to do. But again, this is a peer-to-peer platform. It's the freest way that you can trade crypto. As long as the both party agree, we're going to execute the release according to the will of the two parties. But if you don't feel like complying, just file an appeal, and then our CS team are going to scoop in and just look at the chat and then uh, handle it the right way. I see that in the comment section, some users suggest that make sure that the communications are done through the Binance P2P chat. That is an excellent advice in my opinion, because, like, the CS might come in like 30 minutes later or an hour later. And if you have all the chat history in within the P2P system, it will be very easy to make a judgment and cancel the trade for you. So yeah, that's probably how you should handle it.
Thanks, Donald. So the other question here is by Fisayo. How can one report buyers that ask to release a crypto before payment, or those that don't pay but insist? They usually do ads with high prices.
Okay, so first of all, addressing the high prices, I think that's an excellent point that I want to mention to everyone on this call. Like, if the price is too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. If somebody's selling like a USDT for, like, buying at $3, that means that is probably, like, it's very likely it's fraud. We're doing things to kind of restrict that. But there are technical reasons why we couldn't do it at this moment. But um, again, if the price is suspiciously high, be extra vigilant, extra cautious. I wouldn't say it's a 100% fraud, but the probability of it being a scammer is high if the price is too high. Uh, the so the other thing is how you report. So as a seller, if somebody tricked you into releasing the account before getting payment, first of all, don't do it again. Like, it's very important not to release it. And then what you can do is you can file an appeal, and in appeal you can state the reason. And usually when it's very easy for our CS team to just look at the chat history, look at the reason, and make an immediate judgment. We handle a lot of cases like that, and that would actually help us in stopping this scammer even before they make a trade, because we do have like a risk management team that looks into all these historic cases and using machine learning AI to kind of filter out high probability cases before they happen, or we would stop the withdrawal if they look very suspicious to our AI or machine learning algorithm. So make sure that you file an appeal, report that it's a scammer, so that we can learn from it and how the platform can benefit.
Got it. The next question is by John. What happens when a buyer mistakenly pays the seller twice and the seller releases the crypto before the buyer realizes that she paid twice?
Okay, so again, the first thing you should do, two things: contact our CS through the Binance chat, because the order is already over. You cannot file an appeal. Uh, at the same time, talk to the buyer or seller. Talk to the seller actually, because you're paying. So talk to them. Usually that they will act in good faith. But again, make sure that another trick that or another advice is to make sure that you pick a reputable seller, basically someone that has a really good trading history. You can check their 30 days trading orders and also the feedback. Um, Verified merchant would be even better because we have more. We actually have a direct communication channel with them. Uh, yeah. So in short, it would be the same as paid but accidentally cancel the order. Context yes, so that we can kind of stop that withdrawal in time if the money is still around, and talk to the seller. Uh, in this case, it's a little bit more tricky because the seller actually the money that is released is actually or the extra money that is paid is not under our control. Uh, is in the bank account of the seller. So uh, you will need to negotiate with the seller and hope that he or she acts in good faith. And the tactic to increase that probability is to make sure you do your homework before you place an order. Like check the feedback, check the completion rate, pick a verified.
Great. So we also have a couple of questions that we picked up from the chats and users have sent us earlier as well. So I'll just say it out loud here. Uh, so can we extend the waiting time for buyer or seller to transfer the money? I think the standard time is 15 minutes. Correct me if I'm wrong. Just in case if buyer seller needs more time to transfer, can we request for additional time?
Okay, so this is actually something that is set by the advertiser, basically. Whoever that put that offer on the list of offers that we have, they have the freedom to change that or set that payment window. So before you make the trade, I think make sure that is a window that fits your schedule, fits your timetable. Um, Um, so you can actually click into the order and check what the payment window is. Uh, Let me show, for example, right? For example, uh, you can actually go to here to buy USD. You can check here. There is a payment time limit. This varies from app to app. It can be like 30 minutes. It can be 15 minutes. So make sure that it is something that it is time that you can make the payment fast enough so that to avoid any complication.
Got it. I'll just pick up a couple of questions from here only. So, is Ale here has a question which says, Binance, is there any way to see which P2P sellers are more reliable?
Yes. So my recommendation. This is my personal little trick. I trade on Binance P2P. So the first thing is look at their completion, like the completed orders in the last 30 days, and also there's a completion rate next to it. Uh, I'll just walk through that one again. So if you take a look, So this is the offer list, right? So the first thing I would like, the easiest thing to look at is like the 30 days trading orders, the 30-day completion rate. I would usually go even further to into their profile, basically, to see, okay, what is the what's their average release time. This is a little bit longer than I expected. Then so I'll probably pick someone else. Uh, the on the app there are actually even more features. So if you are you seeing this my app?
Yep.
Okay. So on the app we can actually see all the feedbacks. So for example, this guy, you can see, okay, there 100% of the user actually give a good feedback, and some of them would actually leave some comments, uh, which sometimes can be very helpful. Uh, okay, and last but not least, I would say make sure that you can pick like a merchant, like what we call a verified merchant. So someone that has provide more information like stress, source of fund to us, so that and also have a direct communication channel with us. You can see that there is a check mark next to him or her, and then the logo is actually in finance yellow, and yeah, that's the trick that I would use probably. The, look at the completion rate, look at the completed orders, click into their profile to check out their feedback, and last but not least, another point that the user mentioned, if the price is too good, you should be extra careful to avoid those, uh, and you should be good to go.
Great. Thanks, Arnold. This is probably going to be the last question that we pick. It's by Onom. He says, if a buyer pays and due to banking delay, the payment leaves the buyer's account but doesn't go into the seller's account immediately, what can be done if the time elapses? I am guessing it basically means what happens if there's a banking error.
Okay, I think first thing that you do is that you communicate to the buyer that what the situation, actually to the seller what the situation is, get an understanding. But know that this is actually the um, contact the sellers to get an understanding, but know that this is buyers. Um, I would say this is buyer's responsibility to make sure that the payment arrive on time. So if it is not arriving on time, it is, well, like if we have to make a call, then it's the buyer's problem, it's the buyer's fault. So but again, this is a peer-to-peer trade. I encourage everybody to give the other counterparty the benefit of the doubt. If it is a reasonable time frame, and you know that there is, because usually if you're using the same payment service, you would know if there is a problem, and you would know what like a normal transaction time would be. So if it is within a reasonable range, I would say like wait out a little bit. That shouldn't happen very often. But if you really think that like the other party is trying to scam you, trying to take advantage maybe of a price drop, appeal like uh, it is by it is incorrect too, because it's the buyer's fault that the payment didn't.
Got it. All right, I think we're going to wrap up this session, which is basically we are ending our AMA session. A couple of winners that I'd just like to announce: Derry Ken, Lauren J, Fisayo, John, Al, Onom. Everyone's questions we picked up here. You guys are the winners. So after this session, we'll tell you where how to contact us to collect your 20 BUSDs. let's move on to our next segment, which basically is a panel, how to make money via Binance P2P. It's going to be by Kathy and a merchant of ours. So over to you, Kathy. Thanks, Arnold. Right now, we'll just switch to Kathy, and Kathy was going to take over, who's going to teach us more stuff about how to, get around the P2P space. Thanks, guys. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Kathy, can you hear us?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep. It's okay if you wanna like switch on your web, you're clear now. Is a P2P merchant gonna like join us right now?
He's joining us now, so it may take a couple more seconds.
All right. We're just gonna wait for him.
Yeah.
So till then, I'll just thank everyone who's here with us. It's so great to have you guys. Your video is a lot more better, Kathy.
Okay, thank you, Simran.
Yeah.
We're
So we
seeing
have.
Yusuf here right now.
Yes.
Yep. Hey, Yusuf.
Yeah,
Hi,
fine.
Yusuf.
How you doing today? How you doing
Hey,
today?
we're all
Can you
great.
hear
It's so
us?
nice to see you.
Yes, it's not a matter.
All right, guys. I'm gonna leave you guys to it.
You
Bye
said?
bye. I'm going to leave you guys to it so you guys can just
Okay, no
take.
problem.
Yeah,
Bye.
so good to have you, Yusuf. So
Yeah.
before we go, before we talk about share about Yusuf stories. So first off, I want to introduce Binance P2P merchants. You probably also heard a lot from our notes previously that we recommend users to trade with verified P2P merchants. So what exactly is a P2P merchant? So P2P merchants are those who have first a reliable source of fiat money and cryptocurrencies. And second, they're able to offer a lot of trades on our Binance P2P platform. So these group of traders, these group of P2P traders are what we call P2P merchants. So we had, starting from last year, we launched a P2P merchant program. So to be a P2P merchant, you'll need to apply and submit an application form. And then we will, with all the materials, require information, and then we will do a very strict review of all the materials. And then if we think you're qualified, then we'll give you the qualifications. Then you can be a P2P merchant. So a P2P merchants are usually more qualified professional P2P traders, and most of them are actually working as a full-time P2P trader. This is a full-time job for them to offer trade and also earn money from P2P trading. And today we are very lucky to have Yusuf. Yusuf is our P2P merchant from Nigeria. So Yusuf, can you give us a little bit introduction of yourself?
Yeah, thank you for having me here. Katie, thank you for having me. Yeah. So first of all, in the crypto community, I'm known as Ades Global. That is my alias in the crypto community generally. I'm a married man with a wife and a kid. So to say. So basically, you can address me formally as Yusuf Ademola, but in the crypto space, you can address me as Ades Global. That is my alias on P2P platform.
Okay, cool. So how did you get into crypto? And also, when did you, become a P2P merchant?
Yeah. I started crypto around 2016. I finished from IFE in 2015, and I started as merchant in 2016. So I tried to acclimatize myself within the community, the crypto community, the crypto community, so to say, to learn, through my daily engagement, to learn more about the crypto space in Nigeria. So, and I became a merchant on Binance last year. I've been on Binance for several years, though. I've been on Binance for over 4 years now, close to, let me say 4 to 3 years now. I've been on Binance, trading on the spot. But when they launched the P2P platform, I felt it should be an avenue for me because I'm a known person already in the crypto space. So because Binance P2P platform is more formal because in this part of the world, the way we do P2P usually done on the WhatsApp and all. But when Binance came on board, because of their thorough research and development, they were able to provide something unique to the merchant community, and which is a very good product to trade with.
Of course, as you said that Binance actually, P2P actually provides you a bigger platform to access a bigger group of P2P users, and then therefore also increase your P2P orders and volumes, and also increase your earnings, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you basically, can you share with us that how many transactions do you process a day, and also are you are you trading full time on P2P, or this is also one of your daily jobs?
Yes, of course. I'm a full-time trader really on P2P on Binance, especially when Binance was launched. Since when Binance was launched last year, I'm a regular trader on P2P platform. Every day I use the platform. Averagely every day, I think sometimes I do $500,000, $300,000, depending on what I have available as offer.
Mm-hmm. How many? Okay, so, wow, 300 to 500,000 US dollars a day. That's a lot. So, how long do you work? Per day?
Yes, basically, the nature of our work is very stressful. And before as a person, I'm a kind of person, I'm a go-getter. I set goal for myself during for the month, and I will check at the end of the month if those goals are met. So I will need to check. So most of the time I work averagely for 20 hours a day on P2P platform, averagely on 20 hours a day. Of course, I have some guys who are working with me too. I have workers, colleagues who are working with me in the office. We work together on the P2P platform every day. So I'm a known person on the P2P platform.
Okay, that's actually hard work, but I believe that this job also bring you with really good incomes and earnings.
Yes, of course, definitely. It does. It does. In fact, as a matter of fact, P2P trading is one of the income generating avenue I've undertook over a decade. So it's one of the biggest things for me to do, and it has liberated me from financial entanglement to financial liberation. So for me, it's a good thing to do.
Mm-hmm. And do you have, when you started P2P trading, do you have I believe you also have an initial fund, right, to kick off. So how large is that amount? Because I believe we have many users who are also interested in becoming P2P, but they just want to know that they need an initial fund, right?
Yes, daily actually I'm playing with a big volume of money. So in Nigerian currency now, I can play with 200 million. I can play with 100 million, depending on how well we are able to get coin on the platform. So, and it all depends on our buyers too. It all depends on our buyers. We need to know, okay, how many do you need for this order? So it depends on the order we have available at hand. So to say. So it's a big thing for me to do.
Got it. So do you consider P2P merchant as a good job opportunity? It's also really hard. I mean, you're working really long hours, but
Yes.
do you think it's a good job opportunity?
Yes, of course. It's not only a good job opportunity. It also to say P2P trading is only a good job opportunity is an understatement to me. Is an understatement. Is a life-changing opportunity for me, left to me, because it has set a platform for me to live the kind of lifestyle I wish to live. I can decide to leave Nigeria anytime, any day for vacation and all. I don't do anything other than this P2P business. So it actually gave me a platform, an avenue to live the kind of lifestyle I wish to live with my family and my kids.
Okay, so do you have any trading tips for advertisers or other users who are interested in being a merchant?
Yes, there's no really it's not P2P trading is not a big deal. It's not a big deal anyway. So what you need to understand as a merchant is just okay. Before this, your price setting on the P2P platform is based on what your customers, what your buy, because those are the things, those are the cardinal things you need to understand. You can't just be buying coin or crypto on a platform without having a set price that will inform your buying activity. So imagine now your buyers are buying 480 and you are buying 482. Where do you want to set to? So your buyers are the ones to enable you, that want to give you an informed orientation of what to input at your price on the platform. So to say, so you need to understand those things adequately.
Okay. So on the Binance P2P platform, do you have any interesting stories that you to share with us, or are there any interesting cases or users you've met on our platform?
Yes, I can say we need to appreciate Binance for the initiative of P2P platform, because one of the things I love about Binance is they invest more on research and development, which is a key to ensure progress in any business you want to do. Of course, we have been in the other P2P platform over some years and all. We know how the platform is. But when Binance come as a complaint to bridge the gap of those complaints. So for me, Binance gave us an avenue to a friendly platform to easily navigate the community, to engage the community in appropriate manner. So for me, Binance in fact, as a matter of fact, people need to appreciate the resilience and the commitment of the team for bringing that to fore to the continent Nigeria market. Because for me, as a matter of fact, I used to tell people, Nigeria is a country, in this part of the world, we have a wide unemployment gap. So for me, P2P is one of the very many ways by which you can, become wealthy. For me, to become whatever you want to become, whatever lifestyle you want to live, you can easily live with this business. For me, left to me, is a good thing to do over time. I've been in the business for over 4 years now. Even before Binance was launched, I've been on different platforms. I'm a well-known in the crypto community as well. So, but when Binance came on board on P2P, I've been trading on Binance, of course. But I saw the P2P market. I said, wow, this is an awesome platform for me. I tried it one day and I got a lot of contacts, a lot of customers and all. So it was a very interesting movement for me.
Okay, cool. Right. So I saw some of the messages on our live chat. There are some questions about some details about P2P merchants. So I just want to share more information here. So the benefits of being a Binance P2P merchant. So is that first, we charge merchants with zero fees. So zero fees for advertisement, zero fees for escrow, and also zero transaction fees. So meaning that the merchant are they're offering their trades or doing their business on our platform with zero cost here. And then the second thing is that we have an exclusive customer service for the merchant. So if a merchant has any issues or they have any requests, we do have a service or CS team following up for the merchants. And the third thing is that the merchants P2P transaction volumes will be added to the total trade volumes for users' VIP level calculations. So I think, Yusuf, you're probably, with your trading volume, you're probably our VIP 2 or VIP 3, right? Okay, yeah, so, VIP users on the Binance VIP users can also enjoy extra benefits, include discounts on trading fees across our product lines. So that is a benefit for the P2P merchant as well. And then also we will be sending some gifts or Binance merchandise, or invite our P2P merchants to speak at our online events to increase their visibility, and also to get more trades with them as well. So these are some a little extra benefits that we would like to offer to our P2P merchants. And I see some users are asking, what is the minimum fund to start P2P trading? Yusuf, from your case, can you share that number again? I guess this minimum fund actually vary from countries to countries, because depending on but so for let's say in Nigeria, usually what would be a minimum fund to start P2P trading as a merchant?
Yes, well, I will say, because most of the people, let me say, I've met a lot of people outside the crypto space that they say, okay, they want to start the crypto business, they want to become a merchant and all. How will they go about it and all? I used to tell people, majority of us that started this business some years ago, we didn't bring anything to the community. We started as a low trader. Even sometimes we do middlemen. We buy, somebody wants to sell to us, we hack as a middleman, then sell to the person that wants to buy. It's all these things are, they are very common in the crypto ecosystem in Nigeria, especially when it comes to P2P trading. So sometimes, even as a matter of fact, you don't need to, be a big merchant before you can. You don't need to go and borrow money from the bank or borrow money from anybody. You can start with the little you have. So just make sure you set your platform within your financial strength. When you sell your price within your financial, like just for instance, now I used to have a friend. He said he wanted to start crypto business. I said, okay, how much do you have? How much can you do in a day? He said he only has 1 million. I said, okay, no problem. You can start this business even with 1 million naira. How do you start? You start from the top you start from the bottom to the top. Every business, you don't. Sometimes you have capital. Of course, some people are lucky enough to have people who borrow them money, or only wife and all. But people like us, we don't have anybody to borrow us money. We have to build the capital over time in the system. You understand? So people need to understand the fact that no journey is very easy, because these are very common in Nigeria, where people want to make money overnight. You don't make success overnight. You started, you show resilience, you show commitment, you show dedication in whatever you are doing. So that will facilitate your progress. So I think those are the things I used to tell some of people who have come to me and say, okay, we want to start crypto business, and how do they go about it? What are you guys doing in the community? How will I approach the community? The terrain, I don't understand. How will I get to the terrain? I said, it's very easy to navigate the terrain, especially when you are using Binance, because Binance has done a very robust platform whereby it's very user friendly, and you don't need to rack your brain before you can trade on Binance. Just place your trade and play your advert. Whoever that likes you will come and trade with you. For me now, even on Binance, I have some of my friends. If they don't see me online, they cannot trade. They will have to call me on phone. That guy, come to Binance. I want to sell coin. Probably I'm resting, or I'm not working, or some of my guys who are working with me are not working. They will call me. That's okay. Guy, come online, come and trade, come and take this trade. And I will say, okay, let me see the price they are offering on Binance. If it's okay, then I will take the trade. So over time, I've built that kind of a good relationship with those customers. And one thing we need to understand when it comes to P2P business, I've been in the terrain for several years, over 4 years now. Fast payment is a psychological thing in P2P business. People get to know the fact that your payment is so fast. Immediately they will see. And trade conflict resolution. How do you approach the trade conflict? How do you resolve them when it arises? Okay, you overpaid it. Somebody mistakenly released a coin to you when he has not confirmed the money and all. So how do you approach the customer? How do you engage him? How do you call him? So those are the things that are very useful when it comes to P2P business, so to say.
Okay, that's a lot of insights. That's a lot of insights and helpful suggestions. Just want to add and clarify a little bit more about Binance P2P merchant program. So we compared with normal advertisers, we do have a bit higher requirement for becoming a P2P merchant, because P2P merchants are more trusted professional P2P traders compared with other merchants. That's why we also recommend users to trade with P2P merchants with a yellow check mark on their trade nickname. And then how we select P2P merchant, how we review the materials there. So first we would look into whether applicants have any previous experience in P2P trading. If they can show their any proofs, even the screenshots about their previous trades that they process on other P2P trading P2P platform, then we will consider them as a more competitive or more qualified P2P potential P2P trader. And the second thing is that we want to make sure that all the merchants have a reliable source of fiat money and also crypto in order to offer trade. So we will have a higher requirement about your capital, your ability to process the trades. So it for the requirement of your fund, it really depends on the countries you're from, or depends for the countries. But usually we would say if you have over around 10,000 US dollars worth of fiat money or crypto, if you can show that you do have that amount on your accounts, then we will prioritize your, or we'll consider that, okay, you have a better ability to process the trades. So that is a two standards when we select or verify the qualification as a merchant. So one is that if you have previous experience of P2P trading. Second, if you have a reliable source of fiat money and crypto. So and then also if you want to be a merchant, but you apply but didn't pass our review, that's okay. So we'll suggest you to start posting ads, like offering trades on the P2P platform. And then we will look into to become a maker. So we will look into all the makers' performance on our P2P platform from time to time. And if you've offered a certain amount of trade, like in a specific time, let's say if you're told you're posting ads and also offering trades for our users on the P2P platform, and then your trade volume actually reached 50,000 US dollars within a month. I mean, a total trade volumes, and also you've completed, let's say, 50 orders, then we will probably send you an email and invite you to be our verified P2P merchant on our platform. So that is the way to make money on the Binance P2P platform. All right. Thank you. I think okay. I saw that many users still have the questions about how to withdraw money, how to withdraw crypto to fiat. We'll share with you more detailed tutorials about P2P trading and about buying and selling crypto on the P2P platform later. Okay, and I think we are. This is the end of the session, so we're giving the time back to Simran. And thank you, Yusuf.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Yusuf. It was really great having you here. Like, I think users enjoyed listening to your stories. It was amazing. We can do more of this later on.
Yeah, of course, definitely, of course.
All right. Thanks. Bye
Yeah,
bye, Yusuf.
yeah.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
So, guys, before wrapping up, we have a quick important thing for you guys. After this session, if you guys trade over $50 on Binance P2P, you can win $50 cashback. We're running basically an exclusive Binance P2P promotion. So, under that, participants who trade crypto worth $50 and above on Binance P2P within 48 hours of this webinar can stand a chance to win $50 in BUSD, which is only available to 3 users. We'll be selecting the top 3 users randomly to give away the 50 BUSD vouchers. We'll be announcing that on Tuesday. So go ahead, try out Binance P2P. Let us know what you guys think. We'll be doing more of this kind of webinar to help you guys out. And if you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to us, raise tickets, and our support team will contact you as soon as possible. And we hope to do more such events for you guys, host more webinars and tutorials for you all. And that's about it. It's so good to see you guys here today. It was a really nice webinar. I'm really glad all of y'all made it. Thank you so much once again. I'll just add a couple of links on the comment section so you guys can just check it out and keep trading. Bye, guys.